Snipers, you have to see what's happening. The Bitcoin price right now, as CPI data came out today and it was lower than expected. We saw an overall pump in the markets. So I had to get out this emergency update to you guys. SBF is also now arrested. A lot has happened since I last made a video. And by the way, new content coming out on this channel here very soon. I'm here in Los Angeles, California, working on some new content for this channel. But let's dive straight into this update, Snipers, because we have a lot to talk about today. And a very important topic is going to be the next move for Bitcoin. Let's pull up this Bitcoin US dollar chart, because what you can see here is over the last few days, maybe several weeks at this point, we were trending inside of this zone. This is what we were covering here on the Snipers channel. I told you guys, as long as we're between 16,300 and 17,204, that what we're waiting for is a test above 17,204, the major volume resistance, which is now a support level. We broke above this level. We maintained above 16,300. This is the #1 cryptocurrency channel on the internet. We knew the range Bitcoin was in. So guess what? Now we have a new range that Bitcoin is in, and that's going to be the range of 19,798. That's the 2018 previous all-time high, with a support of 17,204. So I didn't get a video out as Bitcoin was trending in the initial range with 16,300 and 17,204. And now that we've finally broke above this major resistance, I had to get out this emergency update because now we're in a new trading range. So what we have to keep in mind right now is 17,204, Snipers, is the most important support level for Bitcoin. We have to hold above 17,204 if we want to assume any further upside, despite what's happening in the S&P 500 right now being above its 20-week moving average. The NASDAQ sitting at its 20-week moving average. Bitcoin is still below its 20-week moving average. Actually, let's pull that up on the chart. This is also an area of interest for me because the 20-week moving average, coincidentally enough, is showing confluence right now with the $19,798 level. So I'm expecting us, as long as we stay above 17,204, to test 20,000 US dollars right now. That is the next upside target. But what's very interesting about this move above 17,204, Snipers, is that the $19,798 area, that's just the 2018 previous all-time high. It's actually not a major volume area. And the real next level of resistance at this point, being above 17,204 for the more medium term, is actually 24,300. This is actually the real range that we could say Bitcoin is playing in the midterm, and in the short term, we're playing inside of this range. But this is huge news, Snipers, because if we can get above 17,204 and stay above it, we're already above it. If we can stay above it, like this daily candle fully above 17,204, which right now it's not, then we can start to trend back towards 20,000. We break above 20,000, and at that point, we now have more room to go for Bitcoin to the upside towards 24,300, which is what I'm monitoring for Bitcoin right now. So why is this all happening? Well, the CPI data came out today, less than expected. I think it was like 7.1%. They expected 7.3%. So the DXY came down a bit. Very interesting to see the DXY so far has been cooling down. It does have some further room to the downside, and so we will continue to monitor this. I'm looking at around 99.132 as a potential target, or this market structural support level. And then something very interesting about this move, Snipers, is if we look at Bitcoin dominance right now, the weekly for Bitcoin dominance looks extremely interesting, to the point where I think we need to start monitoring Bitcoin dominance, because you can see we saw a massive move above the 20-week moving average. This could be indicative of something happening in the altcoin market, maybe altcoin capital flowing into Bitcoin. We have to monitor what's happening with Bitcoin dominance over the next few weeks, because this is an important tall tale sign of what's to progress through into this next quarter, especially because we saw a major move today. Remember this, Snipers, every time we see a major move in Bitcoin, we have to look at the revolving parts and see what's happening, because that's going to give us the answers to what's going to come next. And so Bitcoin dominance moved up with this move to the upside for Bitcoin. Obviously, it happened after CPI data, and then it wasn't a coincidence that this happened, because Bitcoin was maintaining 16,300, which was a previous weekly open several weeks ago. I still believe it's a major level, so I'm going to keep it on the chart, because it was exactly how we predicted this move, right? We stayed above 16,300, kept testing 17,204, and now we finally got a decisive break above 17,204. Decisive or not, let's see. We're going to find out in the next 48 hours. Hopefully we don't get the rug pulled, because we've seen volatile moves in the past after CPI data. But I think this one is a little bit different because Bitcoin was able to actually hold above its market structural support levels prior to the CPI data. And now that the CPI data has come out, it's slowly moved towards its next level of resistance. And so it looks like a more sustainable move right now, which I really like about this move to the upside. So I think there's a high likelihood we could test 20,000 again. That is the next major level above us. As long as we stay above 17,204, that's what you need to know, snipers. That is the major support level right now. 17,204 is what we have to monitor. And then we know Bitcoin dominance is also making a move. We need to monitor the DXY, snipers. Why is the DXY so important to monitor? We talked about this in our last video. We are now below the bull market support band. It's actually turning into a resistance level. And so is the bull market over here for the DXY? Potentially. It doesn't mean we're not going to come up, form a lower high or a higher high. But right now we're seeing slow momentum for the dollar, and it's definitely cooling off in comparison to how it was earlier in this year. The S&P 500, once again, above its 20-week moving average. So why shouldn't Bitcoin get above its 20-week moving average? But it's also facing some market structural resistance, this bear market resistance level. So we're going to continue to monitor the SPY. It has touched this market structural resistance several times. This is the first time it's really poked through, so that's a positive sign. It's above the 20-week moving average. One bad puzzle piece would be getting below the 20-week moving average for the S&P 500. We don't want to see that, but it's interesting because Bitcoin has yet to get towards this 20-week moving average like the S&P 500, and that's clearly shown here with the Bitcoin against SPY chart trying its best to recover some of the losses after the whole debacle with FTX. And you can see we're now finally seeing a push to the upside for the Bitcoin against SPY chart. We'll continue to monitor that, but a lot happening. Those were the main puzzle pieces. I know there's a lot of noise right now in the market, so I wanted to keep things simple for you guys. I think we had the best analysis over the last few weeks because we knew Bitcoin was in a range, 16,300, 17,204. That was the range. And now that we've finally broken above 17,204, you can see momentum has come in, volume has come in exactly as we predicted. And so the next move right now is towards 20,000 US dollars. Let's see what happens, snipers. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm if you support this content. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. And we do have some brand new content coming out on this channel. We're going to completely change the style of this content, better quality content, new cameras, new setup, new editing. So that's what I'm working on right now. So thank you guys for being patient with me. I'll see you guys in the Discord. And until next time, snipers. Oh, by the way, happy holidays to you guys. If I don't see you again, I will see you guys again here very soon, but before the end of the year. Let's see, there's only 10, 20 days left. But hopefully Bitcoin can sustain this move above 17,204. I think that's the main thing that we want to see from this. And then 20,000 is next. 24,000 is also on the table, being above 17,204. So very exciting news, snipers. And that's it for today. I will see you guys next time. Snipers.